back game 4 and take OKC. I'm telling you right now, seriously. Timberwolves and Thunder. The game 4 would be Monday or Tuesday. Monday. Bam. Okay, so there it is. Saturday and Monday.
Black and White Sports. Weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7. The Ticket. Stay in the know and never miss a play.
The end zone touchdown!
Get your sports updates now. Listen on the TuneIn app or at 1007theticket.com. His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. The Red Sox riding a 10-game winning streak at the Cubs in the first game after Major League Baseball's All-Star break. Seiya Suzuki, a 3-run homer off Lucas Giolito. Chicago's up 3-0, top third. Bengals with a little more pressure to get a deal done with superstar pass rusher Trey Hendrickson, courtesy of AFC North rival Pittsburgh, which made linebacker TJ Watt the highest-paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Negotiations between Hendrickson and the Bengals on a long-term deal have not gone well. Big mistake by Cincinnati, says Freddie and Harry co-host and former NFL receiver Harry Douglas.
You look at the history of the Cincinnati Bengals, and I get it, y'all. They paid T. Higgins, they paid Jamar Chase. But when you have a guy who's had 35 sacks over the last 2 years and was the only bright spot of your defense last year that was 25th in the National Football League, and you have dreams and aspirations of making a Super Bowl and not wasting time for Joe Burrow, Chase, and Higgins, then you need this guy on your defense.
Our Harry Douglas on Get Up. Scotty Scheffler won back of leader Matt Fitzpatrick at the Open Championship. Rory McIlroy is 6 shots off the lead in golf's final major of the year.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman, and coming up Monday, the Steelers made TJ Watt the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. But when will Micah Parsons and Trey Hendrickson get their deals done? We'll talk about it on Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Since the early 80s, residential and commercial customers have called the Genite Company when they needed to have any blacktop or seal coating work done. But now, Genite is going to use their paving and construction expertise to offer customers concrete. So now when you think of the Genite Company, don't just think of blacktop and seal coating. They're now adding concrete to their mix for customers all around Northwest Ohio. Call Genite to schedule any estimate for any concrete work you need. 419-531-1791. Genite.com.
Louis Dundee. It's HOT hot outside.
But our deals are hotter.
Matthew.
And Brenda here from Williams Brothers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram.
And this month we want to help you stop sweating in a ride you regret.
That means you could drive a new Jeep for just $10 down during my Make This the Summer sales event.
That's right. I'm making it easy to get a hot deal on a cool ride.
So even if your old ride is a hot mess,
no more fretting and regretting.
Just bring it to us.
And we'll help you drive a new Jeep for $10 down.
Plus, at Williams Brothers, we're all about acceptance and affordability.
Our solution specialists are one cool crew. We'll help you find a car you love
for a monthly payment that you can afford.
So stop sweating in a ride you're regretting.
Get a hot deal on a cool new Jeep.
And drive for just $10 down today. But hurry, you got to strike while the iron's hot.
Because a deal this hot will cool down fast.
I'm Matthew.
And I'm Brenda.
And we're your dealers for the people. See all our rides at WBDundeeDeals.com.
That's WBDundeeDeals.com.
$10 down for bank approval. $10 down, $28 per month for 84 months at 5.9% APR. Offer absolutely ends July 31st, 2025.
Looking for gear that gets the job done and looks good doing it? Welcome to His Store and More, your one-stop shop for knives, flashlights, cigars, and tactical gear built for real men with real grit. Whether you're lighting up the trail or just lighting up a fine cigar, we've got what you need. From razor-sharp blades to tactical lights that cut through the dark and the gear to keep you mission ready, we carry the brands you trust at prices that make sense. Hunting, hiking, weekend warrior, or maybe you just appreciate quality tools and bold flavor. His Store and More has your back, no matter your adventure. Stop by today at 7325 Lewis Avenue in Temperance, Michigan. Check out our massive selection in-store, like us on Facebook, and visit us online at hisstoreandmore.com, where function meets firepower, and every man finds his edge. His Store and More. Gear up, smoke strong, be ready.
Saturday on ESPN Radio.
Routed slowly, charges, bare hands, throws on the run, and got him!
Ellie De La Cruz and the Cincinnati Reds begin the post-All-Star break run in New York City against Juan Soto and the Mets.
Juan Soto has tied this one up.
Coverage begins Saturday at 3:30 p.m. First pitch at 4 o'clock here on Toledo's home for Major League Baseball, 100.7 The Ticket.
Black and White Sports is now.
Trust and believe. It's something totally different. And stop with the Eminem, because Eminem's not one of the best either. And y'all can stop that.
Dre says he's the best on the mic. That's
Dr. Dre is a Fed, and so is Snoop. We covered this. Everybody fool with Dre and Snoop is dead or was locked up. I don't care what Dr. Dre said.
I'm just reporting.
Dr. Dre was wearing women's shoes before it was fashionable to do it as a guy.
Toledo's sports leader, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
What are you doing here? Business.
I'm the champion of the world, and nothing can be done about that. I can't be beat, and I won't be beat. This time I'm gonna train even harder. There won't be no quick knockdown.
Because the beating that you got from BCSN should have killed you, kid. It didn't.
This country wants to keep me down. They don't want a man like me to have the title because I'm not a puppet like that fool up there.
He's just another fighter. No, he ain't just another fighter. This guy is a wrecking machine, and he's hungry. Killers like this guy, he'll knock you into tomorrow.
I am ranked number one. One! That means I'm the best. Get out my face. And you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off.
Hard words from a hard man.
Nothing is real if you don't believe in who you are. I reject the challenge. There's no challenge.
Don't listen to it. No, do listen to it. When this is over, a lot of folks are going to owe you an engraved apology.
What's your prediction for the fight then?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
As we take off and begin on a Forgive Me Friday, we call it the fastest buck 20 in sports, black and white sports to be specific. Good afternoon, one and all. I am Andre of the Savages. Try to wrap up the week, get into the weekend. I hope yours is amped up and ramped up so we get to it. Thank you for being with us. Brought to you by our good friends at the Bellamere Suites, Perrysburg, Ohio, all the way to Cumming, GA. That's small business turned big business every day, okay? We like that. Thank you to our good friends, all of you. 877-909-1007 is how you get in on it and talk to us. 1007theticket.com. At Black White Sports. That's the stream situation. At 1007 The Ticket. That is also a way to visualize it. And of course, at Andre of the Savages. That's the personal. So do what you know you should do. And that's plug into the situation. Good afternoon to this man in the studio alongside, as always, Josh Burnham. What's the word, sir?
Not doing my best not to circle down the drain, and it's a good day to do it because it's fine, it's comfortable, it's summer, not too hot, not too cool.
Can we come down? We explosive today in here. I mean, I like it though. I like we came in with the energy. Yeah, we got to get out of here, Josh. Let's try to finish it strong. Sandman returned today. We'll hear from Andy. Wonder what he's been. Andy's domesticated too, Josh. So he has to do most of that.
It's all about the family.
Yeah, but no, he had to do some things though. We like picking on Andy, but no, it'll be good. Get Sandman back in here as we head into the weekend. A few things we might have to roll it back a little bit with Sandman because I got to get his take on some of the All-Star happenings. We got to ask him about the swing off.
I've been dying to hear his opinions on it.
Right.
And I'm guessing that he's a baseball purist. He's probably not too thrilled about it.
I bet you he liked it though. I bet you he liked it. That's interesting. That is a question we probably should have been asking some of our, like you said, our purists. How did they feel about that? Denny and I were saying something too. It was yesterday, I think, or maybe the day after that. I forget too, man, how the week runs together. But I was in agreement, just saying that to say I was in agreement with we should keep that. We should not have games that potentially may not end for hours after the 9th. That should never happen again. Since we have implored that and it can work for an all-star game, then let's stay with that. So, we'll ask Sandman about that. I got a few things to ask him about. Damian Lillard returns to Portland. So that was a big, what the hell was that for? That all you did, Damian Lillard just went and cheated on his wife, just to go get dumped, and find out that the side chick, it was whack. And then now you got to, bruh. Why did we waste our time doing that? And this is what I felt. See, this is not one of those times I'm going to fall in the line of the retrospect hindsight. I never had no sight on that. Milwaukee, Giannis, all of it. It was okay, actually, in a theoretic energy until Doc Rivers got involved. As soon as Doc Rivers got involved on the crap, it was crap. It was super duper crap. It was regular crap, then super crap is what went off after Doc got involved. And again, thank goodness Lillard was able to get hurt so he could get the hell out of there and end with some kind of dignity and grace. Portland actually might still do nothing, though, when it's all over. Poor Damian Lillard. Maybe it was the Modelo contract, Josh. That might have been it.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just Portland. I mean, ever since 77, it's been downhill from here with a few glorious leaps in between.
It's something about that logo. I never liked that logo. It's something about that logo, because the red and black is usually successful. In just about any instance where we do red and black, we're winning.
Yeah, that logo.
It's the logo, Josh.
Yeah, it looks like it's what is it, like a hurricane symbol or something?
Let's
How's that supposed to
Yeah.
make people think of Trailblazer?
That's what and actually, what trails did they ever blaze? I just don't know. I mean, there's nothing about their energy. Even when the Pistons played, did you guys ever think back, all the people old enough to remember when Detroit was winning the back-to-back and it was Portland they ended up, or was that their first one? Who did they beat in the first one? I think it might have been Portland. But I don't know. But when they were playing Portland, my point in mentioning whatever championship it was, there was never a chance for Portland to win. You didn't feel like it. It was never a game because I know they swept them. I remember that. I'm pretty sure Detroit swept them.
I think it was in 5 games. It was their second. It was the back-to-back one.
I bet you they swept them.
It was also the last time CBS had the NBA Finals on.
But go look. I bet you they swept them. I think Detroit swept them. And I know they swept. When they beat L.A., they swept them boys up out of there. I remember that, too, when it was time to get them out of there. I remember. But L.A. is good for getting swept out. But no, Portland, Duckworth, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Kersey, Kersey with that old whack-ass, stiff-ass dunk. Why was Kersey kept getting in dunk contests? Just everything. I never did love it. Never loved it.
Oh, answer your question. 1990 NBA Finals, Pistons 4 games, Portland 1.
Oh, God. Okay, Josh, you won. Okay. Salute to Josh. Damn, they won one?
Yep, I think that was game 2 at Auburn Hills.
Wow. Okay, that was for the gamblers. Knowing what I know now, that makes sense. That makes sense. But see, there was never, but they didn't want to give you that. Like I said, you can't even think of it because they realized that it felt sweepy. It should have been a sweep, but they let one get off. You just saw it. We saw this type of stuff. We just saw this. They're still doing it. Yeah, but Lillard back to Portland. All right. We also messed up yesterday. We did not continue our top 100 that we were going over the NBA list. We were just wanting to look at it because we felt it was strange. So Andy will be here. We can do some of that on the back end. We'll get to that later. We're not getting 100. We should have been a lot further along. We might have had a shot at it. So now this will continue through the weekend. But today we'll see if we can get from 89 to 70. Yeah, 70, 89 to 70. So we'll see what we can do there, hopefully. But that'll be interesting. It was already crazy. The first 10 we did the day before yesterday was already heavy, if I'm thinking back, just to start with Artis Gilmore at 100. I don't know how I feel about that. But again, there was a lot of twists and turns, but it was cool because we have contemporary along with, again, the account of the past. There was a nice mixture. It didn't feel lopsided, like too heavy, because there were guys that way at the bottom of the 100. But it's interesting too how a new guy gets into a list like that, because you remember we're saying top NBA players that basically of ever. So it strikes me as a little bit strange when I get people like Jason Tatum on a list. He just started playing. That's weird to me. But nonetheless, hey, I didn't make it, so it's fun to talk about. All right. 877-909-1007 on this Friday. We roll TJ Watt 2 paid. Now we got that going on. Steelers are no more shucking and jiving. Why aren't you guys on the bus, Steeler fans? Like, I'm talking to Steeler fans. Steeler fan, I don't care about everybody else hating. What I'm trying to figure out is how come the Steeler fan is not believing what's getting ready to go down?
I'm not a Steeler fan, but speaking, I think there's part of them thinking they're kind of leery about the super team. I mean, you got Watt, Rodgers, Metcalf. It sounds like great names on talent on paper, but how will they mesh on the field? That is another thing. It's all about the super team concept.
I get that, but I don't think it's that. And the reason I debunk that is because that's not what we were saying. Nobody was talking about a super anything. We understood that we had Metcalf. We liked it. We said that. But we then said we bounced Pickens out, so we didn't love it. What are you doing exactly? Okay? Then you're still complaining about the fact that Aaron Rodgers sucks. Basically, according to everybody who can say it, that's what you think. But, happen to get to a moment here where Black and White, the show, kicks in when we say just because you believe something doesn't make it true. You think Aaron Rodgers can't play. We don't know why you think that. Oh, maybe it's because they kept telling you on shows that the Jets were horrible and they were bad. But again, nobody there with a day-to-day account of what's going on. What are guys really looking like in these practices? Yes, I understand they didn't have good results, and that masks a lot of times in life the truth. Because again, sometimes you could have won it all. Sometimes you could have won something and you got there by, I don't know, asterisk means, like bubble championships, for instance. That's weird, but we go with it. But we all know it feels funky. It has a funky smell, as a matter of fact, when we think about it. Smelling just like peanut butter. And it's janky. But people will talk about it. Why? Because they like the subject and they want, really what I realized, everybody that's battling and arguing about certain things and certain people, it's really them they're arguing for. See, what it is guys that feel like, if I'm thinking about the people that I know that are loving LeBron, like the bronze sexual admirals. I know a lot of them. There's like 10 generals here in Northwest Ohio of the Bronze Sexual Coalition. They are like esteemed members. Like they are, Josh, I'm talking about the founders. I know they were at the meeting when they went. You had to get a pair of Danskin pants to get in, and they also gave you a bag. There was a Bronskin pack. They gave, Josh, when you came into the camp, you had a Bronskin pack, okay? And there were Danskin pants in it. It had a headband, an arm stocking, right? That was in there. These guys have it. They still have it. They didn't even open theirs. They have it as a commensurate. They put it on display. If you go by their homes, it glows like Sacramento. The Bronze Sexual. There's t-shirt line coming out this summer of 26. It's going to be madness. You don't even know. Glistening. It like glistens on one side. It's like glitter on the front and sequins on the back. The LeBron Sexual garment. It's the official garment. And guess what? It has a 6 on the side. That's the thing. It's got a 6. It's got a nice cut on the side, and it's got a zipper where you can zip it so you can let the air blow and flow like a halter top. They have it. It's about 10 of them. Thank you, Josh. Josh is with me. It's real. The bronze sexual collection, I didn't mean to tip it. They told me don't tell. I said, Rich Paul, I'm not caring anymore. So listen. I could. But listen, man, it was the Aaron Rodgers. I took off. I got to there. I'm sorry. Every time we get over there, it was on Aaron Rodgers. Stop thinking he can't play. That's all I wanted. Stop thinking Aaron Rodgers can't play.
Well,
seriously.
On the flip side, it's not that they think Aaron Rodgers sucks. It's the fact that Aaron Rodgers is 41 and people want to believe he can still play like he's 31.
But that's not it, Josh. They don't need him to really do that. What they need the man to do, that's too much conversation about that. And you would think, and at this point, and especially because we've seen it too many times, be it Brady, be it King, there were guys before that. Let me take it back to Kareem. Now, Kareem wasn't dominating anything, even MJ. So the 40-year-old athlete is not crazy and preposterous, is my point. Okay? That's not absurd, especially if I'm not mistaken, George Foreman won a damn heavyweight crown, if I can recall accurately. So we say this every time somebody's old. No, man. I get all of that according to somebody's chronological time palette that was created by somebody who had an idea or some sort of thought. Think about that for a second. We don't really have any concept of what time actually is, because if we knew anything, we'd know that there is no real relative thing called time. See, but if you have to get on a different page with us in order to go to that space, we won't do that to you on this show, 877-909-1007. But if you're going on that and what Josh is saying, conventional wisdom, what someone might categorize as logic, and then we had an Achilles tear also, we got all of that. And you mean to tell me Achilles tears are just a whole lot worse? They're bad at 23 or 43. I understand the recoup time could be an addition when you're 43, if at all, right? But it's still as catastrophic to a missing link in the body's overall rhythm demonstration.
See, son, old legends never die.
There'll be a disruption. So sum total, I get why you kind of think that, but I just subscribe to a mindset that says, why don't we wait till people start actually going to work and measuring the results after they start happening? I've always been curious. How come that's never the path? It's always in our positions, these predictors and what we think it'll be. Yeah, but then what ends up happening is funny, something else that nobody said. Do you ever notice how every season it keeps being something that nobody said? Since everybody keeps saying, and I'm just disappointed in the Steeler fan because you guys don't think you're about to win the Super Bowl. That is very strange to me. Because the Chiefs think it, the Eagles think it, hell, the Commanders think it. They got the Commanders out here talking about a Super Bowl, and the Steelers can't. The Steelers have not had a quarterback since Ben, really, no disrespect to Rudolph or what they tried to do with Russ and these boys yesterday and yesteryear, still in a competitive space and having a chance to play after the regular season ends. That no longer matters to you at all. And so now we have an ingredient that is that significant to actually push this thing into a space where we might hurt you. See, the Steelers haven't been able to create a threat for your defense. That's the thing. We understand that we solidified our defense today by making sure Watt is in the program. By the way, highest paid non-quarterback. I didn't say all that. 3-year deal for the mentions, people. 123 total on it. 108 is guaranteed. So really, that's all the money like right now. Okay, so a few remnants and crumbs that they may do something with depending on what he does. But having solidified the defense in that way, All we needed to do was be able to hurt you and make your defensive coordinator be concerned. Well, it looks like that might have been remedied. And don't forget, we never know who the new guys are and what they'll do. Who are they? The ones that weren't on the team last time. That's all 32 of them have that. So I always never understand what you guys are doing with that. But let's step to the side, Josh. First time. I know the phones were ringing. Thank you for that.
Yeah, but he bailed.
Yeah, that's cool. No doubt. There's not a whole lot there. Oh, look at this. Even my cousin, the LeBron, she is like the chairman of the LeBron sexual. She handles the female support division. She handles that. Oh my gosh. She's on here looking. I hope she stays. What's up, cuz? I'm so glad you're here today. This is taken into special consideration, Josh. This show has gone up about 10 degrees in here. It's a Friday for real. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. We will come back and do some things. Sandman coming back today too, man. I'm excited, except that I'm not, because there's no CC for the weekend.
Black and White Sports with Andre of the Savages on 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
From the Lakes Concrete Coatings Traffic Center, no incidents, but extremely slow going 475 southbound, headed towards 75. If you're seeing anything we're not, let us know. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
Louis Dundee. It's HOT hot outside.
But our deals are hotter.
Matthew.
And Rhonda here from Williams Brothers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram.
And this month, we want to help you stop sweating in a ride you regret.
That means you could drive a new Jeep for just $10 down during my Make This the Summer sales event.
That's right. I'm making it easy to get a hot deal on a cool ride.
So even if your old ride is a hot mess,
no more fretting and regretting.
Just bring it to us.
And we'll help you drive a new Jeep for $10 down.
Plus, at Williams Brothers, we're all about acceptance and affordability.
Our solution specialists are one cool crew. We'll help you find a car you love
for a monthly payment that you can afford.
So stop sweating in a ride you're regretting.
Get a hot deal on a cool new Jeep.
And drive for just $10 down today. But hurry, you got to strike while the iron's hot.
Because a deal this hot will cool down fast.
I'm Matthew.
And I'm Rhonda.
And we're your dealers for the people. See all our rides at WBDundeeDeals.com.
That's WBDundeeDeals.com.
Present $10 down by bank rule. Make it back to the name of refinance. Single stock number and then TF 14008, $10 down, $28 per month for 84 months.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes.
In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Call the number on your screen.
Call 1-800-847-1652. 1-800-847-1652. 1-800-847-1652.
Around here, people, in case you didn't know, it's not like a bunch of Neanderthal just grunt boxes with the sport game, right? No, ladies checking in. That's why we try to keep it player around here. So they probably didn't like that last one, that last cut. They probably didn't like that though. All right, but KG says, wouldn't it be cool to have Danny's Cafe Rossford host you and Denny's show? The environment is perfect. Josh, I have to agree with the lady. Do you understand? Do you see what she says? That's true. Don't they have ads on here already, don't they?
Yes, they do.
I thought I heard them. You're right, Ms. Gattery. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for that. I feel like Charles Edward Hightower agrees, as well as Prime Minister Rick. Now it's time for the boots on the ground. Oh, it's been a minute. We're not going to say the triumphant return because he's never in a loss. It's always triumph. It's time. 216 stand up. Andy Sanzata, our guy. Guest brought to you by, he's not really one, but it's still about the Bellarmere Suites wake up call line. What's up, man? You dipped out. We know how it's family, and we just know you'd like to clean it up. And man, Dre, I gotta handle some stuff and this, and my brother, that, and the family. No, Patty said you're off the show for a couple of days. It's a break.
No,
That's what.
it was legitimately the fact that my brother was in town from Florida.
No, that's what's up, man. I hope it was a great time. Sanzada's in the building. Love it. All right, man. Look, but a lot actually went on, man, while you were going. Believe it or not, because we ain't nothing even going on, but we got stuff going on, right? Oh, you didn't get the memo, Josh. You didn't get the memo. You should have been a little bit more crispy today. Andy didn't know. I don't know if he had a meeting. Josh, what's up with your garb? You look, Josh. You're not really. I think you're not on par now. Look at yourself.
I had no meeting. I just
look at Andy. He's got a button up. He's got a collar. I don't need to say anything. You see what it is.
That's a nice golf shirt.
I'm doing something Friday. I think, you know what? I decided driving in. I said, you know what I'm going to do? You know, most people, they flip Friday, they underdress it. No, I always underdress it every day, all the time. Gray sweatpants, no underwear, the whole thing, right? I'm just moving through the world. I changed, Andy. I changed. I got the last year, I said, let it go. You know, I'm like Fletch at the end when he was coming through with the Bob Haldeman wig and I'm skating down the, you know, on the doggone pier. That's what I'm going next with the gown. That's where I'm headed with it. Ain't no sense in finance, all that. Nah, no bills. Just let it loose, right? So absolutely. And, you know, we're going to flip it into the Friday. We'll clean it up. There you go. A new trend. That's what we're going to do. Is since everyone
can
else,
do that.
this is the normal way.
You're going to hear me on the phone line from now on because I start my new job next week.
Oh, that's right, too. Yeah, you got to come in on the phone. I know. Yeah, congratulations on that. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
You'll do the ski. You'll do kind of.
I'll be doing the ski. Yeah.
There you go. All right, man. Well, Andy, welcome back to it, brother. Listen, first things first here, because I wanted to talk about the things that are today. Obviously, this weekend, we got a few things kind of on deck. But if I may, we were waiting, and Josh was actually waiting. He was very disappointed. I think the first day you were out, I'm not sure if he remembered or not, or maybe he thought you were coming back a day sooner. Point is, he wanted to ask you about the swing off. And let me take you back to All Star. So let me roll it back to Tuesday real quick and get your feelings, man. We know you heavy, you know what I'm saying, in the baseball frame, man. So thoughts there, because we had a lot of, we had commentary, a lot of feelings on that and, how that went. I didn't know it was a rule until it went off and they made it in 2022. And I told people they set up sometimes preliminarily to run the con on you. They don't just do it the same season. But there you go. Swing off, Andy.
Well, to be honest, I just learned about it this year as well because I thought it ended in a tie, and they don't do that anymore, obviously. And then you knew it wasn't going to go extra innings because you don't want to risk injury from all those guys playing a long period of time. That's why they're not there for that. So I think it's a great solution. I really do. I actually ended up watching the 8th and 9th inning, and then I watched the swing off, and I was thoroughly entertained. I think it's a great way to end the All-Star game. To be honest,
let me ask you that. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead
every year.
That's all I was going. We all said, like I said, that's 2 for 3. Denny Schaefer said it. I was already on that. Like I said, I heard him. I was there too. I'm like, we might as well keep this because don't keep me there at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. Because when we were, like I said, we were in Cleveland, and at that game, I was terrified when it went late. I said, oh, hell. When the Tigers tied it up, I was like, man, hell, we was that close to leaving this crap. And then all of a sudden, they broke it open, but that's normally not the case. We could have been there till damn 10 o'clock messing with that in the traditional form. So, yes, it sounds like
I'm just curious what the consensus was amongst the group. Everybody seemed to like it. I don't see why you wouldn't. If you're a fan of baseball, that was more entertaining than the home run derby. And it was shorter.
Okay. Absolutely. Yeah, the home run derby was nonsense. They could have spared us that. But again, I get it, but they got to change that too now. I don't know, you know what I mean? And then we keep trying to make it for TV. That was one thing Ski had brought to the table. And I'm like, yeah, they do that, John. I don't know if it's necessarily great. They keep trying in every way, in every outlet possible to keep doing things that are more stimulating to the television audience. But unfortunately, you can't really manufacture the nuance of these games. They're trying. That's why we're losing all this stuff. Because there's still, as much as we talk about the gambling and we say the money, we should specify to the people exactly kind of what we mean. And when you really get into the trenches, that's really what these people, when they say this entertainment product they're trying to put on, they mean that in every way to keep you busy almost about everything except the substance. That's what's tricky.
It's interesting because we all said that Cal Raleigh would not win the home run derby because it was too good to be true because he led the league in home runs, and then he goes out there and wins the home run derby.
But they give you the
and
narrative.
everybody was betting against him to do that, so you had to figure he was going to do it.
I was just about to say, see, they get you.
Yes.
Sometimes they reverse field on you, but see, that's the games. So what do we say around here, everybody? With that said, Andy, black and white sports, that's why we're here, to get out in front of the rig.
Right.
That's our point. Like I said, now I didn't get it on that one. They got us because, like I said, I'm thinking in my typical frame, I'm not betting him, but yeah, let's give him one to keep everybody honest. So now when we give you the next favorite, I don't go like, okay, fine, thank you for that. So right now, I don't necessarily go with Nafisa Collier, for instance. I want to transition here to the ladies because that's what the story of current is this particular weekend and some of the disappointment associated with it. But I bring it up because it was obviously her and Caitlin Clark, but now Collier sort of sits in her own box, and I don't like that. I don't necessarily like her as the MVP because most bettors, anybody who was paying attention to the WNBA or that bets on it with any frequency at all, is knowing that that's not a crazy pick. It's almost an obvious pick, even with the field and all the ladies that are getting ready to engage in this game. But I'm not going there. Especially now, let me add this, because Scheffler is about to win his tournament, and that was the pick even several days ago. I didn't play this one, Andy, but I'm saying because I didn't have any other things to put it with. I didn't want to put it by itself. It wasn't a lot to make, just at 2-1. But nonetheless, he's still fulfilling that and looks like he's going to do it going away at this, or at least it's kind of sure it looked like it was anyway. I don't know where we're at now. That was before I came in here.
Yeah,
I can
fill you in on that, but
no, go ahead. Well, yeah, where we? I'm just like I said, just for
well,
kicks,
he's got a one shot lead. He shot a 64 today. So he had his A game without question. But Matt Fitzpatrick is only one shot back, and Matt Fitzpatrick is from England, so he's used to the conditions. I think the weather's going to play a factor in whether or not Scotty wins. If he can handle the constant change in conditions, then yes, he will win another major, and he will win his second one this year. But I don't say he's going to do it going away. I think that's not giving the field enough credit. There are guys right behind him that are only 1 or 2 shots back that could easily catch him or pass him potentially if the conditions end up being what they were somewhat today. It went from sunny to pouring to sunny to pouring. The winds shifted, all those types of things. He handled it exceptionally well, and I think he's going to be fine this weekend, and there's probably a good chance he does win, Sav. But to say that he's going to win going away, I think that's a little discredit to the rest of the field that's right there within 1 or 2 shots.
Yeah, I think I was going off that score. Jenny gave us some. I think it was about 10 under a while ago. So
he's probably 10 under. Yep, he's 10 under. But
like you said, guys on his heels. You know what I mean? So
couple guys 9 under, couple guys 8 under. That type of thing. So and it's going to depend on the tee time too. Remember, because the conditions are going to change in the morning and then in the afternoon. So if you tee off early, sometimes it's a benefit. Sometimes it can be a detriment. It just depends on the conditions. So this tournament, more than any other major, the weather is going to determine the winner.
Talking to my man Andy Sanzada in here. Glad to have him back in here. Black and white sports as we get ready to get into the weekend. Let me shift now. Let me get back to these ladies, man. And Andy, look, man, you obviously, we don't have to sit up and be redundant with regard to certainly a lot of, I don't know even how to describe what must have been going on in the WNBA headquarters of everybody throughout the league. I mean, when you start talking about going into this All-Star weekend without the CC effect, when we were banking on the CC effect with everything, I mean, just your initial thoughts. Like I said, I have spoken on this a couple of times here. And like I said, I actually feel a personal sort of a gasp in my own spirit, just because, like myself, now many people, as Schaefer was saying, probably don't care anymore. And we talked about that. How would people feel with their tickets if you had them already, or would you even entertain going to this now that you know this, et cetera, the 3-point contest, all of it. Now, me, I'll be looking because I follow it. I'm there. I would have been there anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely feel it. hurts because I really wanted to see this incredible pickup game, maybe the greatest one for women in history. And without her, it really puts a serious dent in this.
It puts a serious dent, but I would say to people that like the WNBA, they're still going to get a show. I think they're still going to get a good show, tomorrow. They're going to play a great game tomorrow as well. And I just think that it's disheartening because it's in Indiana. For her not to be able to play is one thing, but for her not to be able to play in her own arena, that like magnifies it, doesn't it, Sav?
Yeah, especially because she's going to try to be the best ambassador. That's just going to make it sting worse because she'll be in front of every, photo op trying to do it. God bless her and everybody involved. Yeah. That's all you can do, but it just is in your face, and everybody who's there that does have a ticket. I feel like this, Andy, to the extent in what you were saying, what I believe about these ladies and the gumption that they have, and there's something about the spunk of the WNBA athlete, though. And I say that collectively. So what I'm gauging and what I'm guessing, and I'm trying to imagine, you know what I mean, what these ladies may be talking about amongst themselves because they're hearing this, they feel it. Clark is there. I feel bad for Clark just as a young woman because nobody wants to be looked at like she didn't mean it or anything, but there's still this feeling of now you're, if it wasn't bad enough to be excluded from the group in general, just by the public and the populace, because we keep having debates that involve all of that energy. Now it's worse in terms of the sore thumb sort of aspect. So, Andy, what I'm thinking is that these women will still rally here, though. Like you said, we're going to get a good show. And I think the game, they're going to go that much harder. I think it's going to be that much more physical. I think what you might hear, even they're going to say, Clark would have been great. There's no way to get around this now, and that's going to be the talk. But I feel like Sunday morning or by Monday when it's time for Get Up and it's first take and the people come off vacation and they're on the shows, I think they start talking about how the men should take a cue. I feel like the game we're going to get, I don't know how, I don't know what about it will say. I feel like the only thing that I feel like could be like a victory with the narrative for these ladies, even if they have an incredible performance on all levels, people will still somehow asterisk things somehow conversationally. But if they give us a game that makes people question the guys, that would be cool. I think I would enjoy. I'm here for that.
Yeah. And this also gives the rest of the league a chance to show people that the WNBA doesn't have to just be about Caitlin Clark. We have a product here that can entertain you in a couple of different ways if you give us the opportunity. And we're going to put out our best foot forward. We're going to play a real basketball game. It's going to be competitive. We're actually going to play defense. Mm-hmm. And you're going to see the best that we have to offer outside of, Caitlin Clark. And so, in a way, the WNBA commissioner is upset that Caitlin's not there. But she also has to look at the rest of her players and say, this is a golden opportunity now to separate yourselves from the fact that this is her league and show everybody that this is our league as a collective. Let's go do that by putting on a good game and a competitive one at that, because the NBA is just the All-Star game is just a joke. It's not competitive anymore.
The men have left the door open for you.
Yeah,
ladies.
Exactly.
The men have left it there.
Like you said, this is their chance to one-up the NBA in the only way that they can. And, I hope for their sake that they go out and do it. But at the same time, you have to understand as a league that the media has to stop pushing the narrative that the league is just Caitlin Clark. You need the media's help here as well. So I'm hoping that when we watch the WNBA All-Star game, the whole game is not just about the fact that Caitlin Clark is not playing in it from a media broadcasting standpoint. Let's give all these other women a chance to have their opportunity to shine.
And as we run to this break, man, talking to Andy Sanzada here. It's Black and White Sports, everybody, on this Forgive Me Friday, everybody, right? And again, I think what I'd like to see happen, I don't know what you can realistically do at this point, production-wise, but you've got some time. You can give it an effort. And the WNBA would be wise to get with those creatives and give us some narrative on individuals here. This is where you need to secondarily reintroduce people. We need to know more Asia Wilson. We need to know more Kelsey Plum. We got to know something more about Nafisa Collier, who really is the best one in the league. But we're not knowing this because we keep seeing the Asians getting clap, clap, clap. See, we see that. So even still, you got to start to redirect some of this commentary. This is a great chance to do it again. Beckers, everybody involved, Anescu, all of that. Again, Breonna Stewart, they've been delivering for you the whole time. But again, this is your chance, WNBA. It'll be so interesting to see what we do. The hell is Denny Schaefer talking about? Don't nobody care. We care. I will definitely be looking. Sit tight. We'll close it. Hour number 1. Sorry, Josh, about running over this break, man. We'll be right back to close it. Hour number 1.
Sports, raw, recalibrated, unfiltered. You're listening to Black and White Sports with Andre of the Savages. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
From the Lakes Concrete Coatings Traffic Center, no incidents, but extremely slow going 475 southbound, headed towards 75. If you're seeing anything we're not, let us know. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Great time, even better, great deals. So when you're having a great time playing pool with your friends at Miss Q, remember this. Every Friday, all pints are just $3. Some select beers served in a 10-ounce snifter. And don't forget happy hour Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Any tall draft, get $1 off. Who says nothing fun happens in the middle of the week? Miss Q, where the fun just gets better. Find us on Reynolds near Glendale and Alexis near Telegraph or online at MissQToledo.com.
Got a sweet tooth? Home to the world's most unique offering of desserts under one roof, the Peach Cobbler Factory in Perrysburg has incredibly delicious treats for you. Serving up warm, delicious cobblers with ice cream, savory cinnamon rolls, pudding shapes, bigger and better cookies or brownies, Belgian waffles, and more. Wash it all down with their made in-house sweet peachy tea or cold rush cold brew coffee. Come taste the southern sweetness today, right off of Fremont Pike in French Quarter Square, or visit online at peachcobblerfactory.com.
Weekdays from 4 to 6.
So if you got a problem with my opinion, whoever, call my house. It ain't changed.
But I didn't hear you say anything disrespectful about Floyd.
I never do. I'm not the disrespectful type of guy. That's not who I am. I'm the type of guy. The reason I'm not disrespectful is because when I say something, I'm ready to die for it. So if I say this, I'm willing to die for this. You understand me?
You stand on it.
I stand on it. You understand me? I'm not, like I said, I don't think LeBron is not a great player. I'm not one of the greatest players of all time. But if you ask me, in your opinion, my opinion, which I'm entitled to, you think LeBron and Mike, I'm going to say Mike because I saw what Mike went through to get where he got. So I got my own reason why I'm going to probably like Mike. I'm not saying just you're trash. You're not. I'm not saying you're not a great player.
Right.
I'm not saying you're not one of the top 5. Because you could be that. You feel me? And in most people's opinion, you probably are. Some people opinion you probably top one. That's not. I can't say, oh, I'm right and everybody's wrong. No, that's just my opinion.
Right.
I'm entitled to my opinion, but I will fight about my opinion. Right. So if you got a problem with my opinion, whoever, call my house. It ain't changed.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Wrapping up hour number one, fastest buck 20 in sports. It's called Black and White Sports on this Friday. Lovely Friday. It was kind of gray. It was, I don't know, it's like murky in and out. I can remember gray skies, but then I saw the sun too, so I don't know what's going on. But either way, it's still hot as hell outside. Sandman is here. He heated it up. Most of this first hour. Thank you guys for being with us. We do this every day, by the way. Let me be clear, 4 to 6 p.m., right after Denny Radio. And we hear, Josh, I heard Denny say something about he's number 1, 2 to 4. So I know damn well I better hear something about something. You know what I'm saying, Andy? Like, yeah, but, I'm on this now. It's none of this. What's interesting is, like, I didn't get the memo. I was concerned, like, how that didn't just get told to me? Let it be whack, and it's time to pull you off the air. They hurry up and email you. We got the ratings, Dre. It ain't good. Yeah, they got you. Where they at when it's Denny's number 1? And we right here next to it, and we was already set up the spot. So I gotta figure we had a hand in it, right? It's a collective. Then the lady hits us 2 to 4. Danny's, what's happening? Early. Well, maybe some bar will do something. Enough with the nonsense, though. They're not even talking live in Toledo. Certainly not at this hour of the day. Beside what? Some sort of programming with some R&B or something. Maybe you're getting somewhere, I guess. But, shout out to my man, hip-hop side, though, my man, my favorite Mexican, Big Dave, St. Dave. St. Dave is on right now, so I give him love on the hip-hop because I know these people, they get ready to jump out and go to the same. People listening to this, they're not getting ready. Plus, it's enough. We've been too rappy around here. We might lose some people. I told Josh we're getting too rappy. Mm-hmm. Like, Josh, let's get back to let's get a little XKR going on around here. We gotta get a little XKR going on. It's getting a little bit too Fab Five Freddy in this boy.
Yeah, Grizzly and Stash will be wondering where our audience go.
Yeah, we need to pull some of that for real. But yes, everyone, Friday we're here. It's going down. We were talking about the WNBA thing. Listen, Andy, what's heavy though? Like I said, I was thinking about that, and just like I said, they definitely need to get into more. I hope I see more pieces in the pregame shows. Yeah, whatever type of stationary content they give us with respect to try to teasing the people to watch the content. Give us information. Tell these people who are these players. You know what I'm saying? You got to do
CBS or ABC have the All-Star game this year?
I want to believe it's ESPN, ABC, ESPN. I think that's my guess. I'm thinking though, but it's probably ESPN because they want to walk them along too to some degree. It might even be, like I said, they might stress ESPN versus the ABC. But you figure it's got to be a dual prime time. But I don't know, Andy. Maybe you get up off that because she's not in it. Maybe you don't risk your 8 o'clock window. And I'm thinking the game is probably about 8 o'clock that night, somewhere there about 7:30, 8 o'clock or something.
Oh, yeah, it's on ABC.
It is ABC? Okay.
I think it's going to work, man. I think the people, because of this, I think people have started to like the ladies enough to come and check in on it. I don't think it's as ridiculous as, say, like I said, I was talking about how Denny made it sound, because Denny was like, oh, man, there's nobody cares at all. I'm not sure that's true. Now, again, me saying it is a little biased because I'm coming just from a basketball perspective. I'm going to look at it. I'm betting. It's a lot of other reasons, whatever, man. But I enjoy just the ladies' brand of ball anyway because it doesn't come with a lot of the additives and preservatives. Because, you know what I'm saying, the men are running. They just pick the ball up and run down the court now, and they dance side to side. They call that a step. You know what I mean? All this other kind of stuff. So, then the three-point thing. Now, the ladies are bombing too, but even with that, it doesn't feel like the fellas. It always feels most of the time like it's in rhythm. The women that can hit them, you can damn near bet on them. Imagine how I might be saying that. But just know you're going to see an electric performance here. I think that the over is almost for sure. You know what I mean? I'm definitely recommending we go over whatever the hell it is. We're going to put some buckets up. You got to do that. And I like this, what Hightower said. Look at this, Andy. What you think about this? Our man Hightower says Angel Reese MVP.
I know what's funny? I was actually thinking that when you said Collier.
Man, That's what you do. Even if it wasn't in the plan, damn it, make it that. Right now, that would be the best damn thing. I swear to you, that would do it. But really, having said that, Angel Reese, this is your time. She's nowhere to be seen. If you could turn it out, go dominate it. Everything come off the window. Give me that. She's not everything. We breaking. We pushing.
She's not starting, right?
No, yeah. When you get on the court, do it. But you can stay on the court though.
Well, yeah.
That's the thing. You can end up staying. No, she's not starting, but she can end up staying on the court. Let's break, man. I got the Sandman in here. I like that. We'll come back. Lillard, man. TJ Watt. Von Miller. I forgot that. That's my missed shot, man. And baseball, we returning. We back at it. Second half begins starting now. Just like us. Hour number 2, Mama Mary's comes with that in the traffic jam, 5 o'clock. We'll be right back after the NFL update.
Saturday on ESPN Radio.
Routed slowly, charges, bare hands, throws on the run, and got him!
Ellie De La Cruz and the Cincinnati Reds begin the post-All-Star break run in New York City against Juan Soto and the Mets.
Juan Soto has tied this one up.
Coverage begins Saturday at 3:30 p.m. First pitch at 4 o'clock here on Toledo's home for Major League Baseball, 100.7. The Ticket.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
I'm Taylor Bisciotti with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Pittsburgh Steelers made pass rusher TJ Watt the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. NFL Network insiders Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero report it's a 3-year, $123 million extension, which will net Watt an average of $41 million per year, edging out Myles Garrett's $40 million average. The extension comes days ahead of when veterans are scheduled to arrive at Steelers training camp on July 23rd. Elsewhere, free agent pass rusher Von Miller is signing with the Commanders, also according to NFL Network insiders. Miller, now 36, will join his 4th team since being drafted by the Broncos in 2011. Washington has the oldest roster in the NFL with an average age of 27 years, 291 days. And Chargers veteran wide receiver Mike Williams informed the team Thursday he plans to retire after 8 seasons in the NFL. Williams rejoined the Chargers this offseason as a free agent after stops with the Jets and Steelers. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensate for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
This is Denny Schaefer for Knight Insurance. The expertise at Knight Insurance is important now more than ever. You see, the insurance landscape is changing out there in an unprecedented way, and it's hard to navigate it by yourself. Knight Insurance will give you the counsel you need to guide you through it all. Proud carriers of Auto Owners Insurance, their experience will guide you to the right choices for your insurance in these challenging times. Call Knight Insurance in downtown Toledo and ask about Auto Owners Insurance. 419-241-5133.
Louis Dundee. It's HOT hot outside.
But our deals are hotter.
Matthew.
And Brenda here from Williams Brothers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram.
And this month, we want to help you stop sweating in a ride you regret.
That means you could drive a new Jeep for just $10 down during my Make This the Summer sales event.
That's right. I'm making it easy to get a hot deal on a cool ride.
So even if your old ride is a hot mess,
No more fretting and regretting.
just bring it to us.
And we'll help you drive a new Jeep for $10 down.
Plus, at Williams Brothers, we're all about acceptance and affordability.
Our solution specialists are one cool crew. We'll help you find a car you love.
For a monthly payment that you can afford.
So stop sweating in a ride you're regretting.
Get a hot deal on a cool new Jeep.
And drive for just $10 down today. But hurry, you got to strike while the iron's hot.
Because a deal this hot will cool down fast.
I'm Matthew.
And I'm Brenda.
And we're your dealers for the people. See all our rides at WBDundeeDeals.com.
That's WBDundeeDeals.com.
$10 down for 5 banks. Only get back to the refinance. Stock number and PF 14008. $10 down, $258 per month for 84 months at 5.99% APR. Offer absolutely ends July 31st, 2025.
Hi, I'm Abigail Mann.
And I'm Jeff Mann, and we'd like to welcome you and invite you to Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers.
I love helping couples find the perfect engagement ring. One of the values that I bring as a graduate gemologist is expertise. Finding that perfect engagement ring for that perfect someone is a one-of-a-kind moment.
We have beautiful, breathtaking, amazingly unique styles to choose from, items that you will not find anywhere else in the area.
No matter what you're looking for, we have the perfect man-made diamond waiting here for you.
You know you want to give her the biggest and the best quality diamonds you can. With Man-Made Diamonds, we make dreams come true.
Man-made diamonds are 100% real diamonds. Man-made diamonds are available exclusively at Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers.
Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers, 5247 Monroe Street in Toledo. JeffreyMannFineJewelers.com.
For 20 years, Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick has represented Ohioans in every county across our state. With thousands of reviews, the numbers speak for themselves. This is just the beginning of our story. Hurt in a car? Call KNR.
So my name's Dave Mills. We were looking for a new roof to go on this summer. And then I remembered that you guys are a sponsor for Toledo Coral Society, which I'm a member of. So I called you guys and Corey came out. He did walk me through everything that you guys are going to be doing. Showed up on time, a full crew in 1 day's time, and everything was off, back on, and the yard cleaned up. I would definitely recommend Salgo Roofing for any job that somebody wants.
Call Salgo Roofing 419-691-9641.
You had a moment on Club Shay Shay. Biggest interview of the year.
The biggest interview in YouTube history.
A lot of sound bites came out of that. With that being said,
yeah,
I don't think he was ready for that moment. How did that change his life, and how did that change your life at that moment?
So I didn't know anything Shannon was going to say. I didn't know what questions he was going to ask. The interview had to go to somebody. If I know beforehand what I'm capable of delivering, then I also know to be judicious in who I'm picking to get that. All Shannon was going to get was a blessing. And that was all I was there to make sure that happened. My point was that I came to deliver an interview, having seen some of my competitors and peers get on that same court and do a performance that involved my name. And so once 6 or 7 of you have made this same violation, it's my job as the king to show up and chastise thee. This is my job. I'm supposed to come in and restore order because that's my position. The fact that it's ignored by the clowns because they all in the same frat comedically, like, that's all well and good. I don't care nothing about none of that. But the job still needs to be done. And if God lets me know it's a good time for that, that's how I'm going to write it up and deliver it.
What made you say, all right, man, enough is enough? I've heard y'all say this and that and mention my name.
If there is this side or that side, it can't be left up to thought process. I'm an enforcer on this side. Comedically, that means that, you know how sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. We traffic in words. I can get up with these words and end your legacy.
We've seen it.
I don't care how long. Right, because if it's built on sand, it just is.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to feel any type of way by exposing your hand. That's how this game works. I don't mean to break your ankles, but if I cross you over, I just did, didn't I? Take it how you want to take it. Don't get mad at my little celebration.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Absolutely not.
100.7 The Ticket.
Yes, indeed. Forgive me, Friday, but I'm sorry. I really can't be sorry like that, right? As we get into it, set into the weekend. Thank you, Kat. That's all I wanted to tell. That's all that was. That was for the Glass City, Kat. That wasn't really you said it, but really, that's all this is. Wait till we get to the fall when everybody pops out and try to take the shine. Oh, we gonna get you, Phil Kesey. Yes, indeed. Legacy's got the go, TC, the sunglasses, the car, the whole thing. Steve Taylor, it's got the woo. It's gonna be a lovely fall, girls, free smoke, yeah. That's why you wanna tune in, because we not here to make no friends in this media scene. It's so egregiously green. Yes, it's not right. We must blow it up. They out here smiling. They gotta tow it up. All right, hour 2. It's madness. Fast Buck 20. Sad man's in here. He gets nervous when I go on these. Like, bro, you got to warn me when I come back. You didn't tell me you was on one. Going into the weekend, Andy, you always got to leave it. Got to leave the stamp because, it sits there a couple days on the Facebook and everywhere. You got to leave it. Give them something to say, what they going to say. What's he mean? Man, listen, we can't just keep letting people get out here and steal this money from these places. You all have got to stop. Just because you get on the screen doesn't mean you belong there. Lord have mercy, these news people and the whole thing. We got to have some sort of critical format, don't you think? We have so many Toledo celebrities, Andy. You know how they are. I'm thinking, why not create a vehicle where we treat them the way they like to look at those they look up to? Why not treat you like that? Let's jump out of bushes and take pictures of you over at the, bowling alley out on Telegraph. Why don't we do that? Let's start that. That's good. That's what it will do. We'll do that. So look forward to that. This fall, we'll be doing that. We'll produce material and and the thing is, with Saturday, not going to play it on their channels. Right. That's why we have our own. Bing. Okay, hour number 2. Mama Mary's mozzarella minutes around here. It's the traffic jam styles. After 5, we late with it. Okay, so again, it's cook off. No. It's stove off. Yes. Right? It's get the pizza, be fresh, especially because Pizza Palooza. If I'm not mistaken, this is underway. Centennial Terrace, day 1. Are you voting Mama Mary's Pizza? I would have to imagine that with us certainly being your favorite, you've got to trust us when we tell you, listen, Mama Mary's is the play. It is authentic New York style thin crust pizza. See, people, the thinner the crust, the better the taste, the ingredients, the flavors, the cheese, everything else, all of the accessories, just like when you put together a large specialty pizza there, $15.95 when they're not at Pizza Palooza. But right now, Frank and the gang, we're out here manning this. So for the next 2 days, this day being one of them, right? We need you to plug in. Mama Mary's Pizza, everybody. Airport Highway in Holland, Ohio, right out there at the big Kroger, everybody, in that plaza with the spicy tuna. Yes, give them a call. Someone will still be there to answer the phone, even though we're out at Pizza Palooza. 419-867-9991. Let them know that Andre of the Savages told you to call and then see what happens, right? We should do a gift card today too, fellas. It's a Friday. You know how we do. And we're always lagging and messing up the doggone bragging around here. We tried. It doesn't go right. So in conjunction with Pizza Palooza, Andy, this would be a perfect day. See if we can move on. We better keep it simple though, guys. We don't want to we better not go for 11th today. Maybe third. Yeah. Let's go third. This is what we're doing. Okay. We need a few more likes. We got to get some personnel going on with you all. Public personnel needs to plug in 100.7 The Ticket Facebook page. Go like that. Send us a screenshot. Fellas, I feel like I need 5. 3 is not going to make a dent, but we'll go 3. We'll play it safe. Third one, $20 gift card. Mama
There you go.
And you know Frank is feeling fly because he's at Pizza Palooza. He's probably going to win, especially with you guys getting in on it with the voting. So you never know. A 20 could turn 50. You never know what he might say. You get on this list this weekend, so do that. Send us a screenshot of you liking the Facebook page 1007 The Ticket. All right, that is the Facebook page of the Cumulus Elk, and we need you to bulk that up. We like that, though. It's growing, but we need to get it moving. That's a good way to do it. Just a little small contribution. All right, Andy, listen, man, as we break into this, a couple noteworthy items. Your thoughts on the waste of time that was Dame Lillard in Milwaukee with the return. I mean, what was that? What was that for? I mean, you went and so you left the wife, didn't get a divorce, but you went and moved in with the side chick, and now you moving back into. Boy. And it still is nothing to speak of. I don't know exactly if Portland is getting ready to explode. Did they do something miraculous with the draft?
I think that because of the Achilles injury, Sav, his options were limited.
Of course.
I really believe that. And I think Portland was the only team that was going to offer him that type of contract. I don't think anybody else was going to put that kind of money on.
That was respect. That was respect, though. That was respect. And shouts out to Portland.
And I don't think, to be honest, I don't know that he ever wanted to leave Portland. I just think there was a little bit of a falling out, and he decided to go to Milwaukee to see what else is out there. And, he ends up back in Portland. And I think this could be beneficial for Portland from a standpoint of mentoring Scoop Jackson because they drafted him when Damian left. So I think if he'll come in and take that approach of being a mentor and also contributing once he gets healthy, which won't be this year, I don't think. I think it'll be next year. But if he can continue to help the development of that guy, then they may have something, in 3 or 4 years. But Damian Lillard is not – he's always said, if you remember back a couple years ago, this is before he went to Milwaukee, he's always said, I'm not going to chase rings. I'm not going to chase super teams. I'm going to be me. And this is a perfect example of that because he had plenty of other options. He could have gone to Golden State. He could have gone to Miami. He could have gone to San Antonio, somewhere else that was ready to win. To win if he really wanted to chase a ring. And he's never been about that. He's always been about what's best for Damian Lillard. And in this case, he feels like going back to where it all started is what's best.
And let me say this, Sam, and talking to Andy Sanzada here. Oh, first things too, Andy, is Scoot Henderson, though. You said Scoop Jackson. So
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I get it. That's an easy slip, though. In that case.
But that's who I was referring to.
I knew who the hell you meant. I knew who you meant. But that was for the ass face who's going to write and send the text with the bull crap. So
right, because we're perfect all the time, right? So
again, so no, I like what you said, and I really wanted to try to piggyback this idea of Lillard not really wanting to go, and when I think about that, it was certainly in my energy when I thought about just all of this going on. I hated it from the beginning. Like, what are we doing anyway? That's not the place for him to go. But see, what happened was, and what nobody really says is, here is a case where, like Andy said, if the man left and really didn't want to, it's because we have that conversation that keeps on going on about, well, Dame Lillard is this type of guy. He's ascended to this sort of status. He deserves to. He should have an opportunity to play. All of this. And we do it repeatedly with people. And again, I think that was largely probably instrumental in why that pattern of decision making came in. Because I like you said, he said, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do it because it's probably true. We're not gonna win here. Mm-hmm. I'll give it a stab. You know what I'm saying? And that, and obviously, not necessarily the best place, but then again, too, he bought into a lot of what he had heard probably about Giannis as a player and probably what they were doing in Milwaukee. Because I don't know that you sign up for that. I'm just not sure that that's something you ever want to walk into, even in their best days. and whatever Milwaukee has done here over the past, 4 years or so, and just in that space and being a winning ball club, and certainly one we understood as a perennial, at least postseason competitor, that still wasn't it. It just for whatever reason, you know what I mean, now I'm not even gonna say for whatever reason. As soon as you attach Doc Rivers, I'm sticking to that. As soon as Doc Rivers came into play, because I'm not gonna tell you that guys this talented can't form some sort of cohesion in order to get results. I don't believe that. I don't think that. I still don't. I just don't think that Doc Rivers should be in charge of a group of men. Not at this point.
That's fair.
And I have a hard time giving him credit for what went on with the Celtics. I feel like like Barry Switzer. It's like the players got that done and you didn't.
And he gets credit for it.
Right. I feel like that.
You know what
that's
though?
About Barry Switzer. Same thing.
I've always liked Damian Lillard because of the way that he goes about playing the game and the way he handles himself both on and off the court. If you talk about, we always talk about young players looking for somebody to look up to as a role model, to aspire to potentially want to be an NBA player. Take a look at Damian Lillard. Go back and watch his career and how he handled himself as a rookie and how he led Portland to some success while he was there. And he's never made it about himself. He's always been about the team. And then when it's time for him to take over, he has the ability to do that. He's a better game winner than LeBron. He has more successful game-winning shots than LeBron James does. LeBron James has 4 rings. Damian Lillard doesn't have any. I mean, but LeBron James also has played with Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love. Who has Damian Lillard played with? Giannis. That's it. And that wasn't enough. So, he's never blamed anybody for his failures. I respect the hell out of Damian Lillard, and I hope he ends his career the way he wants to, whether that's, that's going to be in Portland, but I'd like to see him have some success before it's all said and done. No,
well said, brother. Talking to Andy Sands out of here, man. Dame Lillard on his way back to Portland. So, that may be interesting for some. You never know how that's going to play. Again, young situation going on in Portland, obviously transitional. So you never know. It just feels like, he's right back to more of what he left, which makes it unfortunate, based on exactly what Andy was just saying. And you would like to see a guy like this, have some success and have a chance to at least, again, have a shot at it. That's all I ever say too, because I like to, you always like to see guys get a shot at it because we want to know what you would do. The thing is, it's hard to gauge anybody for a career in a certain way unless we get a chance to see you in a moment, at least one moment where you had a chance for it all. And, we can certainly know a lot. Especially in these conversations that we
I'll add this too before we go to the next story. I think he's one of the best trailblazers of all time. I think he's up there with Clyde Drexler and Bill Walton, Terry Porter, Jerome Kersey, those guys, Sabonis. He's in that group. Yeah, and I think because of his lore in Portland, he will end up in the Hall of Fame someday. I truly believe that.
No, absolutely. No, there's no question. And again, these guys got an opportunity to play for the crown. So, yes. But once again, remember, winning the championship or playing for it, this doesn't matter. LeBron says this. He says this. Yeah. This is what he says. He says this. This is what LeBron James says. This doesn't matter. So by that rationale, Dame Lillard is the best trailblazer, fool. What's wrong with you? He's the best ever did it in every capacity of thought. LeBron James said that. Just like they tell you. It's like, hey, it's a fast $120 around here, people. Come back, Andy. I got this top 100 NBA of all time, a perfect place to insert, right? All right, in a mid shot too when we come back.
Join Andre of the Savages, weekdays 4 to 6 on Black and White Sports, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
Toledo, get ready to feast. The 13th annual Pizza Palooza is firing up the ovens at Centennial Terrace in Sylvania on July 18th and 19th from 5 to 11 p.m. 12 top pizzerias are tossing their best pies to win your vote for the coveted People's Choice Award. And leading the charge, Mama Mary's Pizza, known for fresh, scratch-made pizzas and mouth-watering specialties. Admission $8. Kids 12 and under free. Music, fun, and incredible pizza. Support Mama Mary's at Pizza Palooza 2025. Join Mark Patrick Seminars. Lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Seminars are Sunday, July 27th at the Hampton Inn and Suites, Toledo Westgate in Toledo. Weight loss seminar starts 11 a.m. Registration at 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking seminar starts at 2 p.m. Registration is at 1:30 p.m. Sign up to stop smoking or lose weight at markpatrickseminars.com. That's markpatrickseminars.com.
Got a new ride or want to keep your used car looking new? At Precision Auto Detailing, we bring back that showroom shine. Visit the station site today for your sweet deal. Spend $50, get $100. Located in Bedford and West Toledo. It's Precision Auto Detailing.
Fans, Wendy's knows you love your Takis Fuego chips, so we thought, why not make a Takis Fuego meal with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich with spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis Fuego chips and creamy corn spread. Plus, it comes with Fuego fries inspired by Takis and a bag of Takis Fuego chips. If we had any more heat, we might start an actual... I told him this would happen. For an intense new take on Takis chips, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's includes
Black and White Sports.
May 23rd, 2025. Seriously, right now, get the money line at this value. I'm telling you like this. I'm getting in, I'm putting this in play. And I'm trying to help right now take Minnesota to win tomorrow. And then we will come back game 4 and take OKC. I'm telling you right now, seriously.
Timberwolves and Thunder.
The game 4 would be Monday. Or Tuesday. Monday. Bam. Okay, so there it is. Saturday and Monday.
Black and White Sports. Weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7. The Ticket.
Where there is no gray.
Guard told me to take all that tell your bitch ass blank because he got my number directly.
ESPN 100.7. The Ticket.
Inside the Mama Mary's Mozzarella Minutes in the traffic jam, people, as we get set to cross the bottom of the hour here in hour number 2. It's the fastest $1.20 in sports. We call it Black and White Sports. Thank you guys for joining myself and these fine gentlemen here. Andy Sanzata being one of them. 216 boots on the ground. You know that. Josh Burnham in studio alongside, doing what he does. Yeah, man, Andy, we had this. We actually lost traction on this thing. We started the other day. We should have been further along. It was so fascinating that I feel like I needed to share with the people. It's not like everybody maybe hasn't seen it or had an opportunity to take a gander at the NBA top 100, I guess, of all time or something like this. And so it was just interesting. We started looking at it. We started at the back end and decided to go from 100 on a countdown, and it caught my attention. I was like, whoa, this is heavy. And it's trippy because you got the guys of yesteryear, but they slipped in some people that are now. And even though I still kind of, it makes me shrug a little bit when you start putting brand new people in something that says all time. It's still weird to me. Any guy who's on the court, I know that seems strange because some guys get busy to a certain level, but it still should be, this type of consideration. It seems like it should at least come at the end of it somehow, where we can do some sort of measure in totality. But okay, I get it. You know what I mean? We do what we do. It's the way of the world. Okay, great. And before I do it and get into that too, let me do this also too, Josh. My bad. Missed shot real quick because I didn't say it, and I'm about to miss it again. We had a missed shot yesterday, everybody.
This
Sorry.
is deadly. Misses everything.
Yep, and I missed telling you guys that Von Miller, yesterday I said he wanted to be a Commander. The deal was done by the time we got on the show, and it is certainly an interesting sort of addition to all things expected when you talk about the Washington Commanders. You give the man who is one of your all-time performers, certainly, a guy who is highly considered. And when you add him to any defense, things certainly should be expected to improve. But this 1-year deal for Von Miller, 129.5 career sacks, 16th all time, coming to join this young upstart Commanders group with this hot shot new quarterback and everything. Looks like they're gearing up. Andy, you weren't here, though. I tell you this, though. With that said, I really still don't like the prospects for the Commanders, not because I just hate them as a cowboy head, but at the end of the day, I get leery of teams like this. They catch the lightning in the bottle. Nobody was ready for Daniels, not to begrudge or certainly slight anything about his abilities and what it looks like he's going to be able to do. However, what I don't like and what does concern me is the situation that's going on with McLaurin. And I mean that from the standpoint that part of what we saw last year was the buy-in of the collective. New coach, new atmosphere. You got Magic Johnson's punk ass running around in the way. All this other stuff going on, right? It's just a lot happening. So McLaurin, though, has been the linchpin, and I hate to see a guy done like this. Now, I do get the business, and likely they're probably trying to let him know that we just really feel like we can do what we did without you, and we're not looking to reinvest in you at 30 and all of this. I think that's a mistake because you never you certainly can never gauge accurately guys' value to the synergy in the entire, in the entire culture and whatever it is they represent in Washington. Not to mention, what if Jaden Daniels doesn't like what's happening? And I want him here. I know you guys gave me Debo, and I get that, but we don't know Debo like that yet.
Right.
And we also know that Debo's shoulders are brittle, and if he's going to come in here still trying to adhere to the style that we've been seeing from him, we know it could be short-lived in terms of our investment there. That's just me. Somebody has to say that on the surface. Not to mention, Debo's the type of personality, too, that we're very concerned about, much like Diggs in New England and what effect that'll have on what we built. McLaurin was there for all those big moments last year, and I understand that it's what have you done for me lately, but lately I had you knocking on the Super Bowl. Please.
Well, Terry McLaurin is one of the best route runners in the NFL at his position. So, if Washington doesn't take care of him, somebody else will, because he's worth it. What I don't understand, Sev, is why does everybody have I get all the success and they made the NFC Championship and all that.
Ask this question.
But why are we talking about them like they're going to win the NFC?
Because it's what they do. They bug out because you got to make media, Andy.
But we have a team in their own division that just won a Super Bowl.
It's the cool thing to say, but he's the young new toy. It's the thing that the youth too. It gives a feel.
Yeah.
They're in the marketing meetings. They want Jaden Daniels. He's sitting there talking. He's having sex with Juju. You got all that going on. They know that. I should alleged. Let me say that they've been cool. I can let me say that's my read. Jane Daniels and Juju mama, and they not really feeling that. But or Jane Daniels mama, sorry, she got Juju parents probably it's all in on it. LA whole thing. It's like back your little self up with that. But nonetheless, he's a guy of interest. You see what I'm saying? He's good for business, everything else. It's the cool thing to say, Andy. It's the cool thing. You know, they got like a little in club. The people that do this job, all these know-it-alls. Yeah. So, you know, they have their own little clique, if you will. And who says what and who we respect and whose opinions that get to say. We all respect Boomer. You know, we like Chris Berman because you know to say that. Chris Berman is not necessarily great like that as a broadcaster. He's cool. Seriously, we get too out of control. But yes, he was there first. So therefore, he gets held up in high regard. Mm-hmm. If that were the case, he would still dominate the airwaves. They don't have his damn ass on all the airwaves all the time if he was all of that, but just like an athlete. Don't nobody want to see your old ass no more on here talking, but they can't say that. But what you have to say if you work there is Chris Berman bow down because that's the way you say, and that's just the way it works. We're not begrudging it. It's the way it works. You go to work at Jeep. It's a supervisor out there. If you don't respect Ted Danson, your ass will be dancing up out this parking lot. That's just the way it is. You see what I'm saying? It's around here. If I smack Josh in the back of his head, you know, they're going to ask me to leave. You see what I'm saying? It's that simple. It doesn't matter.
But not before I get my licks in.
He's not going down without a fight.
You hear him got to read. You look at him, you want to fight. See? You should have heard him yesterday. He was like, that's why I hate doing the show. He was steaming yesterday.
It was one of those days.
Yeah.
We all have them.
We like family.
We do all have them. You're right, Josh.
I told him, man, I was like, man, I don't like your punk ass nigga. Jump up. Then you want to jump up? Get up. You know, then we had to raid. They had to come in here and get us. It got serious.
Yeah, parking lots back there. Gonna do anything about it.
Hey, listen, family fights every now and then, right?
Yeah, call the security. I'm gonna come on one day. Like, why Sav got that patch on his eye? Like, when did he say? Is that a shout out to Slick Rick or what is he doing?
And why are they now calling him
boy?
lefty?
But damn.
And now why are they calling him lefty?
See, he's doubling down on it. He tried to threaten. Look at him trying to let me know. HR, is everybody getting this? There's a white man harassing me. I want somebody to protect my rights. I want to call HR right now. Let me hit the elbow. I seen a comedian. He said they hit the elbow on you. That's when you go into jail. They say, Andy, if y'all hit the elbow on, if y'all already see they hit the elbow on you, next thing you're gonna see is a siren. They fold the arms and hit the elbow. They get in the call. That's all we saying. People, listen, we here for life. We here for help. We're here to help you, people. I know it can get a little tense. Some of these jokes, sometimes you're like, whoa, that's walking the line of truth too much. I might have to look at the fact that we all are different colors from different backgrounds, but we all are still the same more than we really realize. That's what black and white will show you. There's no gray here. We take that out. All right. And let me go. Let me do some of this, man. Let's get to these 100 cats because I had a scenario, too, we didn't get to talk about that we're just throwing it away. I had a 3-card Monty situation where we were supposed to imagine what life would have been if Kobe had been a Miami Heat and LeBron was a Bull and MJ was a Laker. We don't even get to do that now. That's
I saw that the other day.
So, you know, but nonetheless, I mean, anytime.
Like Michael Jordan's Michael Jordan. That's all I'm going to say.
It would have just been, that'd have been interesting. I had a cool conversation, though. I actually let my imagination wander for a second. All right, man, back to this, Josh. All right, what are we doing here? We said we would try to get, we said from 89 to 70. Is that what we said? Yeah, because we left off at 90.
Yeah, we left off at 90. We're now starting at number 89.
All right, everybody, rock and roll with us right here, man. We're getting into this top 100. We got to look at this, people, because it's fascinating. We're going to try to move it kind of quickly. We can't do a lot of deliberating on people, all right, on this one, because we are way behind. So, Josh, are we ready? We're starting with 89. 89, Earl the Pearl. Earl Monroe, ladies and gentlemen. See, even right there. But see, I don't like this start off. There are 88 people better in the history of the game than Earl the Pearl. See, I don't know how I feel about that before we get going. Oh, I see we got the text going off. I like that. Thank you, everybody. Get the Mama Mary's gift cards get ready to pop off here, too. We got that going on. Okay, let's go, Josh. So Earl the Pearl is 88. 88 is Draymond Green. Oh, maybe it's the championships.
It's the championship.
It's the
He shouldn't be on
championships.
this list at all.
Man, there's no universe where I'm going to say Draymond Green over Earl the Pearl, though. And I never hate on Draymond Green. One of my favorites. But see, okay, let's go. Keep going because we got to move quick. Okay, what we got? 97?
87.
87, excuse me. Alonzo Mourning. Okay, that's fine. We can move on. He should be somewhere 80-something, 90-something. I didn't love Alonzo, to be honest with you. Tony Parker, 86. Okay. What you got? 85. Sam Jones. Now, see, that's where the kids need a history lesson. But again, I don't know. I don't know. All time? See, but that's the Boston Celtics stuff right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. Here we go. 84, Adrian Dantley.
Isaiah's best friend.
Yeah, disrespect. This is why he gets played. But see, this is what happens because he was on the wrong side of friendliness and the truth. Isaiah Thomas never loved it. It didn't work out. And Adrian Dantley remembered in history completely wrong as a result of his time in Detroit. And really largely responsible for the foundational components that set up those bad boys before they decided to be that. But okay, let's go. Man, they played A-Dat. They had him on there in his doggone Utah jersey. It was so ugly. Jimmy Butler, though. Playoff Jimmy at 83. What about that, Sam?
He hasn't won a title. I don't know why he's on that list.
See what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Guys that's playing now and the ones they're
like, and playoff Jimmy is, okay, so he took a team that was 10th in the standings in the playoffs to the finals, so that makes him playoff Jimmy. Like, shouldn't playoff Jimmy have won a title by now?
Well, he certainly has eluded us here as of late.
I don't agree with him being on the list.
I agree with you with that. Like I said, some of these new guys, I don't know how we justify this, but anyway, you got Bob Lanier at 82. And again, there's not much you can say, man. Again, the Detroit great. We always love Big Bob, man. And to say there, Dikembe Mutombo at 81.
One of the greatest centers ever.
I have no problem placing him wherever, especially on the latter side. Nate Archibald, Tiny Archibald here at 80. Again, I'm not necessarily mad at that.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is interesting. I like this. I think it's a show of respect because I really think it was cut short so badly for him in its entirety when you talk about a career, and that's Grant Hill here at 79. I like I said, you got to have him somewhere in something because Grant Hill, again, barring catastrophic injury to some large extent, he's one of the best that we have seen in terms of skill set and the ability and everything else that he brought to the table.
I mean, younger people don't probably remember Grant Hill, but he won Rookie of the Year with Jason Kidd. They were co-rookies of the year because of how awesome he was back then. And you're right. I mean, if he doesn't get hurt, Detroit might win a title with him.
Man, we was on that was the path in terms of building what you see happening with Cade these days. That was the first sort of rendition of that after again that bad boy era. It's unfortunate, man. You hate it. And Grant's a good guy, man. Grant is a guy that you just hate to see any misfortune whatsoever.
And a good broadcaster, I will add.
Yeah, we're one of the best there, no question there. When we talk about these guys who can't do it, Grant Hill is certainly an example and a model. All right, Paul George at 78. Get the hell out of here. Get him off anything. I wouldn't give it. He shouldn't be on the City League list.
I mean,
Toledo.
The
hell? Hell no. Hell no.
What he's done the last 5 years alone should keep him off that list.
Man, what? Paul George should not be on the WNBA all-time nothing. Man, I came there so close to cussing right there. I almost went into my natural voice, right? I was about to say something. Ninja, right? I was about to turn ninja for real. All right, Pistol Pete at 77. See, I'm mad at that too. I'm not liking that.
He should be higher.
Liking that.
He should be higher.
Agreed.
76 people better than Pistol Pete.
No way. Yeah, no way. Way higher. He should be. He was in the top 75 of all time. How does he drop?
No, look, it's bigger than. See, but this is where I get bothered with this stuff because it's hard to categorize it when you start trying to sort of nuance the conversation, man. Look, Pistol Pete it's revolutionary though. Then you went back and worked. Pistol Pete was the example of, let me go be like that. People decided I'm playing basketball watching him. There's a few guys throughout the history that changed the way that the whole current flows.
Yeah.
And that man, the way he played, man, you was thinking it wasn't even real. It's like, as far as everybody who was nice handling the basketball, anybody want to talk about magicianry and deceptory going on. Meanwhile, I'm precision skill like with everything I do in terms of how I'm going to hurt you. And I'm a hell of an effort, man. Stop it, man. This stuff is stupid. I don't know what to do with this. Then this next man, I also would put in the category when you're talking about somebody's game that is exemplary, especially when you say off the court and putting and giving us a style of elegance and how to be graceful with class. Okay. He would be what I would call, if jazz music was basketball, that's Alex English. All right. If it was an Al Jarreau, right, of basketball, Alex English, and you talking about putting the ball in the bucket, man, stop, man, with this foolishness. They never, ever talk about him. And that is why I know all this stuff is a sham.
Yeah.
The hell out of here. Unfortunately, he had the Denver uniforms on with that, before they even went with the movement, but they was in the prelim. That's where it's kind of strange with that. I always wondered about that back in the day. I'm like, this is strange. But
Number 75.
Let's go. Thank you, Josh. Redirect. Manu Ginobili at 75. Championships.
Championships and being a foreign player. I think that has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at this one being on the list, but I do need Dave Collins to get a little further down here at 74. I'm still not, I don't know if I'm loving that. But again, Celtic stuff. I mean, once again, there's a political angle there to some of that. Hal Greer, again, not sure how you're really all the way up here at 73. I got 8 guys that stop, man. And again, no, moving on. This is where it's funny. And then when you start talking about Paul Arizin, and again, a 50 greatest. I know I get all this, people, but these are the type of people that when you start saying we don't know who people were playing against, that's how they get to make arguments like that with some of these guys. But again, you keep good relationships, people respect you, you end up remembered in the best way possible. Chris Bosh at 71. Once again, I don't know how much I loved Chris Bosh in the totality. I know he was great. The Toronto time was incredible and all of that. But even with the Miami, but again, championships, that'll do that.
Yep.
Okay.
And number 70 to wrap it up for today.
Wes Unseld. At least we going out on a good note. Somebody that we can at least hang our hat on as something that's all-time great. At least we know that. Uncle Wes. All right, Josh, you want to take one? Do we need one?
Yeah, we'll do one more.
No, I mean, one more out of here. All right, let's go. Before we go, people, we'll come back, close it. Fast Buck 20. Black and White Sports on a Friday, okay? Got a few bets for you, see what we can do. And baseball back, I got to get some predictions, man, from the fellas before we go into the second half. Day 1, MLB.
When sports need a voice that doesn't play games, it's Andre of the Savages on Black and White Sports, 100.7 The Ticket.
Get ready to swing, throw, dine, and unwind with the Dirty Birdie in Monroe. Visit this station site on Tuesday, July 22nd for your Dirty Birdie sweet deal. $25 gets you $50 to spend. Use the back entrance at the Mall of Monroe. Dirty Birdie Golf. Swings, throws, fun.
great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Searching for the best place to get both classic and creative pizzas? Visit Pizza Cat and build your pizza as weird as you want it. Earn perks towards future orders by visiting pizzacat.com. Now with 2 Toledo locations, one on Monroe Street and one on McCord. Pizza Cat, keep pizza weird.
No cats have ever been harmed in the making of this pizza.
Join Mark Patrick Seminars. Lose the weight or stop smoking. Guaranteed early bird special, only $49.99. Seminar Sunday, July 27th at the Hampton Inn and Suites, Toledo Westgate in Toledo. Weight loss seminar starts at 11 a.m. Stop smoking starts at 2 p.m.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
And why do ugly niggas think just because they're ugly, they're more tougher than good looking? I never understood that. Just because you're ugly don't make you a gangster. That don't mean people are scared of you.
Seriously, no, it really doesn't. I always wondered that, because it's weird, man. Like, I ain't with it, man. I already know what's coming. Like, I ain't been that guy. You know what I mean? Because, like, when you little, Andy, when you little and light like me, you know what I'm saying, and cute in the face, small in the waist, and the whole thing, right? It's already coming. They bringing that automatically, right? So I'm like, man, I'm gonna hit you first, dude. Especially if you, man, please. My last hookup, I was 37, Andy. I was way too old to be in a physical confrontation, but there were witnesses. I left out on a good note. I left out on a good note. I left a story for him. Yeah. It was a dark skin, light skin thing. Yeah, and it had to be done. It had to be done because they were going to talk. And plus, my homeboy was there. Monty Feast, shout out Impress. Impress was there. Dre Wills, these boys were there. They could talk. These guys was out here in the city. It would have been. I'd have had to move. If it had went left, I'd have been gone. I'd have been gone a long time ago. But all the moments weren't great, Andy. It's in some moments. I had to take a few. You had to take a few shots to the dome, man, and get. That's what I'm saying. I'm not with it, man. That's why I told you we were talking the other day. You weren't here, Andy. We had this whole thing with Shaq. Shaq want to whoop RG3 now.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
You see that? But here's the thing. Shaq, you look creepy as hell with that. Why all of a sudden this girl's not related to you? Why he said, oh, my baby, my angel. He said my. You had to listen to the words how he spoke. And then he talked about her in a style like Shaq. That don't sound right, bro. We don't understand. And then I would have took the whole LSU bait, except you never endorsed anybody else. That's been great. We had a lot of cats great from LSU. You could have went, that's my little brother. We could have did all of it. You never did that, Shaq. You never been no big brother. All of a sudden, you got the 25-year-old with the hips and the nakedness out here, though. That's the one you you the big brother. Shaq say, I'm gonna whoop RG3. You say something else. Okay. Let's get Sir Charles. We'll just take care of that. Anytime you want to rile up, we just have Sir Charles step in. Man, that was corny, man, that Shaq did that. And they went off on RG3 like that. And I'm not just supporting RG3 because of the white women. Because, they say of me, of course, right. Sam, you love RG3. Are you down with, no. But, yes, definitely strong Jungle Fever proponent. We got that clear yesterday. We made that. That was off. But we knew that. I've been consistent. You can check it. This goes back into the 80s. You can check. But I've been equal opportunist, Andy. It's important to say that on these airwaves. You can find, I got a whole, like I said, I've been equal opportunist. But to that extent, yeah, Shaq with the bully thing was whack. All right, look, man, before we do ride, let me get this, Andy. Give me some second half work, though, before we go, because we got to get some bets out of here tonight. There's not a lot. I got, WNBA, I think what we're doing, Hightower really put me on to something. He got into my cerebrum there, and I said, you know what? Hightower might be on a flyer right here. He might be on some smoke. We might have to look at the Angel Reese play. There could be something there. I don't know. But the thing is, Hightower, I don't think she'll get the minutes.
That's why I don't think she'll win it.
She'll get the minutes
I don't think she's going to get them either.
Yeah, I don't think so. But give me this. So, like I said, I got a 3-teamer for you tonight, everybody. We're going baseball, MLB with it. First night back, second half. So as we get down the stretch, Andy, new season here, we understand who's at the top of things. I wonder who won't be there at the end, though. As far as division leaders, just run me down here. Give me your division winners, I guess, for now, as we sit. And I understand what we did first half, but, are there going to be significant changes or will we pretty much hold with kind of where we are now?
Well, Detroit has the Central locked up, so we can start there. Unless, Scooble gets hurt or something like that. Something massive has to happen to them for them to lose that division. So they're going to win the Central. I think the Cubs are going to win the Central in the NL. I think the Dodgers will figure it out to win the West in the NL.
Yeah, I think they get re-rolling too here tonight. Matter of fact, they're one of my picks. I like the Dodgers as one of my three tonight.
I actually think the Blue Jays can win the East. I know a lot of people say it's, they tend to fall off in the second half, but I think this team's a little different. I think the Blue Jays can win the East and the Yankees will get in as a wild card. And then the Astros pretty much are probably going to win the West, even though Seattle might have something to say about that. But I have a feeling Houston will cheat their way into another division title. Yep, right. I said it. Go ahead. Write up the emails. I don't care. So and then the East in the NL, I think the Phillies are going to win over the Mets. I think the Mets will make the wild card. That's what I'm going with for division winners.
Let me tell, I hate to really, we like to give the accolades, except we don't like to give these accolades out around here. Andy was 6 for 6, people. Or was it 4 for? Yeah, excuse me, 8 for 8. You were across the board, except for your Yankees. Yankees, they look at it, but I don't like it. With the Yankees, as we started, I don't like them. I don't trust them to finish. I don't like the Yankees.
That's why I don't have a win in the division.
The only thing,
but I have them in the wild.
We like Toronto. We'll give you the Toronto. I like that. That's something to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Let's watch the Blue Jays the rest of the way. Again, you hope for Tiger health. Everywhere else, Andy, bullseye, bullseye, bullseye. Cubs, Dodgers, Phillies, Astros. Good stuff. I'm not mad at you, brother, but there you go, people. Andy Sanzado all over it right there. Your division winners again. Tigers, Yankees is what the public said, what we got in the app. Andy says Toronto, okay, Houston, the Cubs, Phillies, Dodgers. Bam. Okay, let me get to these ladies. Oh, my 3-team tonight, though. I like Philly, I like the Dodgers, and I like Minnesota to get going tonight. Just my money line winners. You know what I mean? This is a good day to take off on that. I got a 14-team parlay, though, jumping off, Andy, so we early into it. Cubs have come through, I think, already.
The Cubs have won over the Red Sox.
Yeah, we also run.
By the way, that ends Boston's 10-game winning streak prior to the All-Star break.
So, see, look, you know how that comes into watch the flip, people, when we get started anew. Okay, second half. All right, so there it is. One time again, Philly, Dodgers, Twins tonight, your 3-team from Sav. We'll see what it is on Monday. So get paid. All right, it's a weekend. Get something popping off. Get some dinner tonight. All right, women, ladies. Okay, 3-point situation tonight. Again, very disappointing. I'm going to lean a Nescu here because that seems to be the play. I got to go favorite here in this situation, especially. But Gray, still your defending champion. Her number, it looks good. But Nescu, Gray, perhaps the final. Those are my two. Pick one. I mean, Gray being the defending champ, but the odds much longer there. Nescu, the safer play. Collier for the MVP. Like I said, I don't know about that one though, but it could be very easy, all things considered. Because you'll probably see a lot of different. Like I said, the minutes will be spread out. I don't know that anybody will be on the court long enough to necessarily dominate the game in an expected fashion. So that'll be interesting. But Collier, your MVP play, not necessarily mine, but the safest play. Also, though, but what I will give you, I like Team Clark. Even without Caitlin, I like Team Clark to cover the 4.5. You should have got them at 5. You're bad for missing that. But 4.5, you should still be solid because the game will be tight. They're going to give us a good show. So those girls will be there. We told you the over, Andy, in the FanDuel app. I'm not sure which one you saw or where you saw the number. You got to 256, but we're looking at a 259 right now. So what I will say, even with the disparity, you're safe on the over for the game, for the total in the Women's All-Star game. So we like that. Plus, we said they got to give us a good show, man, and put up some numbers. Just don't go too crazy. I don't know if we're going north of 260, but, it could be dicey. It was 256. And so, like I said, we're at 259 at this point. And I think that's it. Everybody, let's go ahead and roll. Let's get on up out of here, man. Thank you for a great week, everybody. Thank you for being with us, allowing us to do it. We are certainly gratitude and humble filled. We just don't act like it all the time. For Josh Burnham, for Andy Sanzada, I am Andre of the Savages. All right. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. And enjoy Major League Baseball. We on it. Enjoy the doggone Women's All-Star doggone break and quit fronting. All right. CC will be there on the camera. Support women's sports on a Friday, everybody. We'll see you next week. We'll try to get this thing right and work on it, man. Please be kind, be respectful, enjoy this work tonight, make those bets, get paid, never cheat on your wife, and please, by all means, handle your business today. Where I'm at, Brock Purdy, I'm in the weekend.
Where we're at now, it can't be what is the end going to look like. It has to be we have to take care of business today and then tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
His store and